Hi everyone, this is Maria, and today I want to talk to you about protecting yourself from the sun and the summer heat. And so it's supposed to reach about 111, 112 here in San Bernardino, California by Monday. So it's going to be really hot. And so I did have an incident, and that's what motivated me to want to make this video and share with you. So it was in May when I was out at a local historic graveyard making a video for my YouTube channel, which, by the way, I really love that video. But anyways, aside from that, on the way over there, it was really warm already when I was going to the graveyard, and I thought I should stop at the 99-cent store and pick up a hat because I didn't have a hat to wear to protect my head. And I thought, no, I didn't want to take the time to do that, so I just drove right over because I was so anxious to start making my video. I did have lots of water with me, but I left it in the car. Not a really good idea, right? So anyhow, fast forward, I was there at the graveyard for about 2 hours, and I was standing directly under the sun. I made my way towards the back of the graveyard. It was quite a large cemetery, and quite interesting too. And the caretaker and his wife were in the museum part of the graveyard. And so there was no one else out there, and I felt perfectly fine. And so towards the end of those 2 hours, I decided to go to another spot on top of a hill because I really wanted to capture that scenic view. I made it up there with my tripod. It wasn't even that far from where I was standing, and I got everything set up, and guess what? All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, just like that, I did not feel well. I felt kind of nauseous, I felt kind of woozy, and I thought, uh-oh. And I kind of had a feeling I knew what was happening. I think I was just starting to have some heat stroke. My car seemed like it was way over there. When I got back to my car, the water was pretty warm, but I still sipped on it, right? And so I started up my car and I headed out, and you had to kind of make this loop around the cemetery. So I ended up back at the point where I wanted to do that one part. And so since I was feeling better, I did get my video equipment out and I started making that part of the video, but I still didn't feel good. Got back in my car, headed home right away. And when I got in the house, I thought I would get a tall glass of water, but instead I had some cream soda in the fridge that I had purchased like a couple of weeks before, and I hadn't had any. So I just grabbed that. It was ice cold, and I cannot believe how fast I drank that soda, you guys. And I really should have had water, but the soda just looked so good at that time. I finished drinking that A&W cream soda, and I popped open another soda, and I drank that one. So I definitely was dehydrated. And so that's why I thought it was important to make this video. I didn't want that to happen again to me or to you, my YouTube community. So now I'd like to show you what I'm going to do to protect myself from the California sun and the California heat. So the first thing I'm going to do each time I go out into the summer heat is to make sure I'm wearing a light cotton shirt, because perspiration and sweat evaporate quicker when you're wearing cotton. And since that day that I started to have some heat stroke symptoms, I make sure that I keep 4 bottles of water on my kitchen counter. This way I can visually see them, and I know when I've drank all 4 bottles. I know drinking water can get boring, because it gets boring for me too, because especially I'm an iced tea drinker. I love iced tea, but caffeine will defeat your purpose because it will speed up the fluid loss in your body. And so, yeah, you've got to drink plenty of water, but I do understand that it does get boring. So I love iced tea, and it doesn't mean that I can't ever have iced tea. It just means that I really need to drink more water than I do iced tea. So maybe for every 4 bottles of water, I'll have a glass of iced tea. It'll be my treat for the day. But I do understand that water can get boring, you guys. So to shake things up a little bit, I just add a little bit of mango syrup to a tall glass of water. This is a Starbucks cup that I've had. And so, yeah, so I just fill it up with ice, and I add water and just a little bit of mango syrup. And so, yeah, it's really refreshing. I love it, you guys. Another thing that you're going to need is a wide-brimmed hat to protect yourself from that bright sun. And so I purchased this one at Joann's. It was on sale, and it has one of these strings that I could pull up right underneath my chin. So I guess you call this a chin strap. I did have another hat that I purchased at Target that was really cute. The only thing, it didn't have this little chin strap, and it kept floating off my head. And so I thought, I need one with a chin strap. Just like when I was a kid, wearing a cowboy hat. So anyways, I really like it, and I thought I could get some mouse ears and maybe glue them up here so when I go to Disneyland, that would be fun. And I also purchased a bottle of sunscreen lotion to protect my skin from the sun. I bought this one at Target, and it says here that it's broad spectrum, SPF 30, and it's the Up and Up brand. At Target, I also purchased this Dewberry Mineral Sunscreen Lip Balm. And also to protect my eyes from that bright California sun, I purchased these clip-on shades from Sam's Club, and I just clip them right onto my prescription glasses. Another thing, if you're a pet owner just like me, you want to make sure that your pets get plenty of water. So every now and then I glance down and I look at my dog's water dish, and sometimes I'm really surprised when there's just like that much water left, and I go, oh no. So you want to make sure that you're constantly looking down every time you pass by your dog's water dish and fill it up again. And just a reminder not to leave a pet, child, or an elderly person or someone who cannot help themselves alone in a parked car, because it can get really hot in that car very quickly, and I know you guys know that. And so some people even leave their dogs. I've seen pets left alone in a car and with the windows left down this much and they're barking. Well, what I always do is I go into the store or a restaurant and I report it. And if no one does anything about it, then call 911. Thanks so much, everyone, and I hope these tips help you to have a happy and safe summer. So after making this video, I am so thirsty, you guys, so I think I'm going to have myself some H2O. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Christmas, you can put up napkins, and I'll be there for you. So I got there first.
Did you get some water, Jack? Are you thirsty, baby? Are you thirsty? Sally's really thirsty. Yeah.
Things like balloon holders.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sally, let Jack get some water.
And then I bought those stick balloons.
Go ahead, Jack. Get some water, baby.
You know. And then
there he goes. Now Jack's going to get some water. Was that good water, Sally? Hi, Star. Hi, Star. You guys want some more water? Some more water? Good boy, Jack. Good boy. You're thirsty, baby.
Oh,
Star, do you want some water? Do you want some water, too? Okay, Jack's going to get some more water. Good boy, Jack. Good girl, Sally. Good girl, good girl. Good girl, Star. Good girl, yeah. And good girl, Regina. You're all good. Yeah? Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Do you want some water, Regina?